Hey, this is Paul, your favorite realtor. I was thinking about first-time buyers or even people who haven't bought a home in, 10, 20 years. And I realized, there's a lot to it. So I think it's great to break it into 6 stages. The first stage is the getting pre-approved. You need to talk to a lender, find out what makes sense for you financially, what's comfortable with your price point. And sometimes, and I'm not necessarily picking on you, I'm just telling you from experience, there are some credit issues that can make a difference, right? So it turns out every 20 points you move up on a credit scale gets you a better deal at the lender. Ask your lender about that. So once you get that pre-approval letter in hand, now you and I are working together. It's time for the realtor and you to start looking. But we need to know so that's phase 2. We need to know what we're looking at. It's kind of finding a needle in a haystack if we haven't really talked it through. But once we get it narrowed down to what we're looking for, now we're looking, and that's stage 2. Stage 3 is when we find it and we have to craft an offer. And I say craft an offer because there's some art to it. So one of the things we want to do is recognize, are we in a multiple offer situation? Are we have competition for this house or don't we? Are we with a FHA loan, a conventional loan, a VA loan? It matters. Do we want help with seller's concessions? That's where a seller can help you with your closing costs. So once we get that offer accepted, we're in another stage where there's an inspection. The 4th stage, we'll have an inspection, and sometimes it turns up some problems. It's always going to turn up something. No house is perfect. But the question we're looking at, are they big enough problems that they could be a deal breaker for you? Is the attic full of mold? Are there, this furnace about to conk out any day now? We want to know, what are the major issues with this house? And it could be, yeah, we don't want the house. Kill the deal. Get your deposit back. Or it could be, we need to renegotiate the deal because we're going in with our eyes open, understanding what kind of problems we could have. Well, anyway, let's say we renegotiate the deal and we're still moving forward. And now we're in a period I call contract to close. And there's some pins and needles going on here because everybody's anxious about getting this together, getting it done, and getting into the new place. Well, it could be your lender's going to need more information from you. In fact, let me restate that. Your lender will need more information from you. They're going to ask you for another set of bank statements. They're going to ask you for your paycheck stubs again. They're going to do an employment verification. And here's a thing for you. No new credit. I mean it when I tell you that, right? You heard the story about the guy who said, but I got a great deal on this van. And the realtor said, yeah, well, good thing, because now you're going to have to live in it. You just lost the house. So you got to know what that time period between contract and close, what you can and can't do. But my point is, respond to your lender quickly. And then it's closing day. Closing day is a great day. But it's a stressful day. We'll be there smiling, helping you through the process, making sense of all that paperwork so that you know what to expect. But even after closing, as a realtor, I understand that there's still moving. And so we'll help you with a great moving checklist, even weeks beforehand, how to be ready for that day. If you have kids, how to help them with the transition. If you have animals, how to help them with the transition. And we'll be there with maybe some free pizza or something on that day because, it goes a little better when there's free food. All right, anyway, this is Paul, your favorite realtor. When you have questions about buying or selling a home, hey, call Paul.